The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School boys basketball. WLCN's coverage of Rail Splitter basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping for all your outdoor landscaping projects and needs. Located at 1302 State Route 10 East on the east edge of Lincoln. Call 217-732-4300. Brian Clark State Farm Insurance for home, auto, life, and health insurance needs. See Brian to review a quote, for help understanding your current policy, or to get started on your personal price plan. Stop by the office at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Chase Lowry, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, located on the square in Mount Pulaski at 114 East Cook Street, offering competitive rates on auto, home, life, and business insurance. Phone 217-792-3371. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Lincoln Land Communications, located at 1326 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Serving the area since 1986, Lincoln Land Communications provides sales and service for security cameras, two-way radios, commercial phone and sound systems, LED lighting, car stereos, and much more. Call 217-735-5454. Me Realty. Locally owned and operated, Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball.
Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer basketball. It's time for the Josh Comnick Grau Incorporated, Grimaldi Law Office, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. And I'm your host, Josh Comnick. We're at home in Lincoln as the Railers get ready to take on the Crusaders from Belleville, Althoff. In just a moment, I'll be joined by Scott Kirby as we break down tonight's matchup. We thank you for joining us on the home of every Lincoln Railer contest this season, WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. Again, Railer fans, thanks for joining us here from the friendly confines of Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium at Coach Neil Alexander Court, getting set for session number 3 here from Lincoln Community High School in the 2023 Eaton Electrical Round Robin Tournament as your Railers get set to take on the Crusaders from Belleville, Althoff, and we are headed to the dreaded OT in the game before us between Belleville West and Champaign Centennial. Again, the Railers coming to the contest tonight with a record of 1-1 on the season. Belleville Althoff likewise 1-1. Both of us lost to Mount Zion. Both of us have beat Cahokia. Again, the game before us has just ended the regular session here, so it's going to go in overtime. 46-all between Belleville West and Champaign Centennial. Scott and I will be back here in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated, Grimaldi Law Office, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
One. You're in the Ground Incorporated, Grimaldi Law Office, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here, getting the camera all set up here for Friday night action here in the 2023 Eaton Electrical Thanksgiving Round Robin Tournament, where your Railers get set to take on the Crusaders from Belleville Althoff. Both Althoff and the Railers are 1-1 in the tournament, 1-1 on the season, as Belleville Althoff lost to Mount Zion on Monday night, 71-61. Right after then, the Railers took care of Cahokia 68-30. And then Althoff played Cahokia on Tuesday down in Belleville area. Belleville Althoff won 68-36 over Cahokia. And then, of course, on Wednesday, the Railers fell to Mount Zion 39-25. Looks like Mount Zion will be participating in the championship game tomorrow night. That is an 8:15 game, as Mount Zion beat Cahokia earlier today 79-42. And the game right now is the deciding game for the other side of the pool, or the other side of the tournament. The other pool, the winner of this game will take on Mount Zion. The loser of this game will play in the 6:30 game tomorrow, and we hope that would be against our Lincoln Railers, Scott, because if they do that, that means they will win here against Belleville Althoff.
Yeah, a tough loss Wednesday night against Mount Zion. I'm sure the Railers are eager to get back on the court and get back in their winning ways. And, it looks like Belleville Althoff, it could be a good game. They put a hurting on Cahokia, as, so did we. Mm-hmm. So it could be an even match.
Yeah, it's pretty similar, I think, as far as if you look at the scores from the first two games on, obviously, as we talked about, both teams lost to Mount Zion, both teams beat Cahokia. But I will say that Mount Zion was a different ball club the night we played them versus the night that they played Belleville Althoff. They were stingy defenders against us. I thought they let Althoff do about anything they wanted. Belleville Althoff lost only by 10 points to Mount Zion, and Mount Zion gave up a ton of threes that night. Belleville Althoff was willing to put them up. They attempted 39 three-pointers, but they made 11. So, but the defense that Mount Zion played against us was way better than they showed on Monday. So a little bit different in style, a little bit different in team. So you're going to see a team now in Belleville Althoff who's going to run up and down the floor a little bit. They're going to put up a bunch of threes and see if the Railers can, in their 1-2-2, can get out and cover shooters tonight.
Yeah, that's key, covering shooters. And, night number one, we were able to hit our shots, and unfortunately against Mount Zion, we weren't able to. And I give credit to Mount Zion defense. Like you said, Josh, they were pretty stingy, pretty physical, what I saw in the second half. So the Railers, it is a physical game, and I'm sure Coach Al told them afterwards that, we're going to have to be more physical because that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of that in the Central State 8.
Belleville Althoff with 3 guys in double figures against Mount Zion. And the Railers did not have – they had 1 guy in double figures against Mount Zion, and that was Drew Hayes. And Hayes has been probably our most consistent up until now. Scott, Hayes with, I believe, 10 in the first night. He had 11 in the first night, 10 again, or 10 last night, or I'm sorry, Wednesday night. He also had 10 rebounds for the Railers, and he was pretty much the lone bright spot. Schilling with 8 the other night against Mount Zion on 3 of 8 2 of 7 from three-point land. So not a bad night for Schilling either, but I thought Hayes was really an animal underneath on the boards. 10 of them for a double-double, his first double-double of the season. And as we talked about, he was 5 of 9 from the field on Wednesday. We've got to find more shots for him.
Yeah, and he does do a lot of the dirty work like we talked about game 1, but you're right, Josh. He needs to get more involved in the offense, be more aggressive, because we know we can get to the rim, and he just get to the rim and maybe get to the free throw line.
Yeah, the Railers only attempted just a couple free throws against Mount Zion. There wasn't a whole lot of offense going. 2 of 2. Komnick was 2 of 2 from the free throw line for the only 2 for the Railers on Wednesday night, where really Mount Zion only got there 7 times, 4 of 7 for them. So you're right, Scott. I think we've got to find ways to get to the foul line. We've talked about ways to get easier baskets, and we didn't shoot it well the other night against Mount Zion, about 25% from the field. Only made a couple threes, 3 of 22 from three-point land. And I don't care who you play, you're just not going to win many games doing that.
Right, you're right, Josh.
51.9 seconds left right now. The Chargers of Champaign Centennial are up on Belleville West 52-48. We're going to send it back to the studios for a quick break. Back here in just a couple minutes. You're in the Grau Incorporated Grimaldi Law Office and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Raider Basketball.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cook-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart, and so they need you to stand with them.
Back here from Coach Neil Alexander Court, Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby. You're in the Ground Incorporated from Aldi Law Office and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. It looks like Champaign Centennial is headed to the championship game tomorrow night. They were winners 59-51 over Belleville West. So the winner of our game, which would be the Railers and the Crusaders from Belleville Althoff, will take on Belleville West in the third place game tomorrow night, and that is scheduled for a 6:30 game. If the Railers lose here, they will play at 4:45. Not sure who that will be against. I believe that would be against Danville. And it looks like Muhammad Seymour and Cahokia will be the 3 o'clock game for 7th place. Overtime win for the Chargers. And Scott, as we wanted to try to give some updates on the girls today, we found out one score, and I believe this was the second game of the day for the girls. They were winners over Champaign Central 88-19. I know they beat Richwoods earlier in the day. I believe that was like a 10:30 start, maybe 11 o'clock start or something like that. But I know they won. I just don't know the score. So if anybody knows the score out there could send it on over to us. We'd be happy to get that out on the airwaves. But I know the Lady Railers finished 2-0 today. I know they're back at Morton tomorrow. We'll find out some times and who they're going to be playing and let you know that. But they were big winners in that second game against Champaign Central, 88-19. Railers getting set, not quite on the court. The Crusaders are of Belleville Althoff. Again, the Railers 1-1 on the season here, 1-1 in the tournament. Althoff comes in with a identical record, lost to the same Mount Zion team that we did and beat the same Cahokia team that we did. So Scott, this team, whoever wins this, will go on to the 6:30 game against Champaign Centennial. We saw where Belleville Althoff lost to Mount Zion 71-61. They attempted something like 39 three-pointers, made 11 of them. So you got to think that the Railers are going to have to do a really good job for protecting that three-point line tonight.
Yeah, and they typically do, a good job of that, Josh. And, shooting it 39 times, they're not shy to shoot it. So, we'll just have to be aggressive and get a hand in their face and, should have a successful night.
Althoff beat Cahokia on Tuesday 68-36. The Railers beat Cahokia 68-30. So pretty much identical stuff going on with these two teams, and we'll see which one is a little more ready. But of course, the Railers are going to have to shoot it better than we did the other night, Scott. The Railers only with a couple three-point basket makes. We just didn't get a lot of attempts, and we didn't get a lot of easy attempts. And we talked about one of the guys that's going to have to get some more attempts and will give us pretty good looks, is that's Hayes. And Hayes had a nice, strong start to the finish. 8 rebounds in his first game on Monday. And of 10 rebounds for him on Wednesday. So a good start for the 6'5" junior, a guy that we thought would have to replace a lot of what we got from Cook a year ago, and he's kind of stepped right into that.
Yeah, the Mount Zion game, it kind of told us who we are early in the season, and we're young. Mount Zion, I think they have 4 returning starters and a sophomore, throw a sophomore in there. So, they're going to be a squad to compete with all year long. And, walking through that first game like we did, we needed that game against Mount Zion. Yeah, unfortunately we lost, but gives Coach Al something to work on and show these kids how to play some physical basketball.
We did get a score update from assistant coach Corey Farmer, and in true coach form, you don't know the score, but you know you won by 20. And I bet it was probably like 25 or 23 or something. It just wasn't 20. Yeah, of course, 71-53. So it wasn't 20, just close enough. But and most coaches don't know the score. They don't remember that because they're usually not thinking about the score exactly. But good win for the Lady Railers to start 2-0 on the season, and they'll be back tomorrow. As I know, they play Morton at 5. I'm not sure. I think it's East St. Louis at 1:30. So if you're not doing anything, you can go catch the Lady Railers at 1:30 in Morton. They will take on the Flyers from East St. Louis, and then get back for the Railer game here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, or stick around and watch the Lady Railers play Morton.
Yeah, that Morton's usually a good powerhouse up there, and that'd be a good test for the Railers. But if it's any indication of what they did last year, I don't want to say they're going to roll through the season, because that's just not fair. But they're a great basketball team, a lot of high expectations, and they have a target on their back right now, and I'm sure Morton's wanting to knock them off. Yeah, it should be a good couple of games over there for the Lady Railers. We went back and looked at some of the stats here from Wednesday when the Railers just couldn't get anything to go down the hole. 24% from the field, Scott. They were 3 of 22 from the three-point land. Schilling with 2 of those makes. And as we talked about, just not going to win a lot of basketball games, shooting 10 of 41 from the field, 3 of 22 from the three-point line. You only went to the free throw line twice, 2 of 2. We made both of those, but that Mount Zion team is going to be a good team. I like to think that they're probably going to come away with the championship here. They look like the favorite, but they'll be a good team, and I think the Railers will had learned something from that. And I know they've had a couple practices after, had one yesterday morning, and went through the shoot around again today to work on some things that we got to find a way to get easier baskets and get our shooters in some sort of a rhythm. Yeah, and they need to get out to a hot start, right from the get-go. Don't let Althoff stick around. I'm sure they're an athletic team. They're not the Althoff like we've seen in the past. Yeah, but down in Collinsville. Yeah, I can't remember that kid's name. Went on to play Division I. Yeah, St. Louis, I think, or something like that. Yeah, he was a beast, but he was good. A little different style basketball they're playing, but they can shoot it, or at least they like to shoot it. Yeah. So the Raiders are going to have to defend that three-point line. Well, and you're right, and hopefully you catch them on a night where they don't shoot it very well, especially when you play the zone. It can give up. You tend to give up some threes if you don't get out and guard them. These high school guys, especially Althoff, is going to be able to step up and knock them down. And you talk about, just thinking about Collinsville, and that's not too far away already, Scott. The Railers, after tomorrow, are back in action. They got a week break before we play again, so we'll play tomorrow. And then Saturday, the Railers will open up the Central State 8 slate, and that's always done at it's called the BOS Center. Back in my day, it was called the Convention Center. The Railers will open up next Saturday at the BOS Center at 7:30. And that will be a whole day of basketball. And I'm not so sure. I heard on either maybe social media or the Springfield cast that you can basically get in at the morning, and for $6 or something like that, you can watch basketball all day. They don't clear you out. They don't do anything. No, they don't clear you out. You can watch Central State 8 hoops all day long on next Saturday. So you got a good venue to watch it at the BOS Center, and then you can stay all day and finalize it with the Railers and the Cyclones from Sacred Heart Griffin. We'll start our rebirth back into the Central State 8. State 8, sounds great. Yeah. And Jordan Goodwin. Yes. And that's from our number one fan, Mr. Ryan All, the assistant cameraman. Yeah, he got fired. He's not along with us anymore. we got a new one, so he's our. Not assistant anymore. He's just not employed by us. Just anymore. Ryan. Yeah. Maybe in Collinsville. 14:20 left on the warm-ups. Both the teams are out. We're going to take another break. We'll send it back to the studios. You're in the Grau Incorporated Grimaldi Law Office, Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible, she must be a keeper.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Back here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set for the Railers and the Crusaders from Belleville, Althoff. Both teams come into the contest with a record of 1-1. The winner will head to the third place game tomorrow night at 6:30 here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium in the 2023 Eaton Electrical Thanksgiving Round Robin Tournament. You're in the Ground Incorporated from Aldi Law Office and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Comnick here along with the Kirby brothers as we're getting set for Friday night action. And, of course, the Railers will be in action tomorrow either 4:45 or 6:30. And then, as we just talked about, they will travel down to Springfield on next Saturday will be our next game. So the Railers are going to have a week of practice to get ready for the Cyclones from Sacred Heart Griffin as we open up the conference slate at the BOS Center. And we talked about as you want to watch some basketball, it's a good day to head down to Springfield and watch all the Central State 8 teams play on Saturday of next week. But of course we'll have that for you here on WLCN and WLCN 96.3 FM. We'll bring you the action as we will all season long. Want a big shout out to the Lady Railers as they were victorious in their two games today. Beat Richwood 71-53, and we're big winners over Champaign Central 88-19. Again, they will be in action tomorrow over in Morton in the Potter tournament. They'll take on East St. Louis at 1:30, and then 5 o'clock taking on the host school, the Potters, from Morton, Illinois. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left here before we tip it off. We did have overtime just a little bit ago, so we're going to start a little bit later than expected. Champaign Centennial was a winner over Belleville West. So Champaign Centennial and Champaign Centennial and Mount Zion will be in the championship game tomorrow night at 8:15. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After a word from our sponsors, Scott and I'll be back here in Lincoln to bring you the play-by-play action as the Railers take on the Crusaders. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Komnick, Grau Incorporated, Grimaldi Law Office, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. And you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Lincoln Railer Basketball is on the air. Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you tonight's contest from Lincoln, Illinois, on the campus of Lincoln Community High School, as the Railers take on the Crusaders from Belleville, Althoff. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera, and Joel Lee back at the studio. And we are all set to bring you all of tonight's action here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on Coach Neil Alexander Court as the Railers take on the Crusaders of Belleville, Althoff. The Railers come in tonight's action 1-1 after winning the opening game against Cahokia. And we lose it. Our only loss so far this year is against Mount Zion. That came Wednesday night, and the Railers look to bounce back tonight. We'll take a real quick break. We come back, we'll have more here on WLCN 96.3 FM. After 60 seconds, we'll be back.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Good evening, Raider fans. Welcome back to Roy Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick here getting ready for tonight's matchup between the Railers and the Belleville Althoff Crusaders. We'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners that are tuning in to WLCN 96.3 FM, listening to us on the go, on the Mixler app, or watching our live stream on YouTube. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. It's time to check. Excuse me. It's time to check tonight's list of the game, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell, and if you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. Josh, what are the three keys for the Railers tonight?
Well, we've talked about how well they shoot the three-pointer. We better get out and guard the three-point line. So I think the first one for us is how well do we guard the three-point line? They attempted 39 of them against Mount Zion on Monday night. So we better get out and guard that. Also, the Railers got to shoot it from the three-point line a little bit better. 3 of 20, I believe it was 3 of 22 or something like that for the Railers on. Yes, 3 of 22 on Wednesday night. We've got to shoot the ball a little bit better. And then I think we got to use our size. It looks to me as we go looking down at the other side of the court that I think number 33 is a big guy underneath. The coach's son, Lieb, has got some size. He goes about 6'3", has got some weight behind him. But other than that, I think Frank and Frank and Drew Hayes should have their way underneath with those guys. And I think we've got to get some easy baskets inside.
That was your three keys to tonight's game, sponsored by Me Realty. It's time to get those houses listed, or if you need to buy or sell, get a hold of Me Realty at merealty.com. 2 minutes on the scoreboard. Railers back in their locker room. Crusaders are huddled up there at the free throw line. Getting ready to go.
That's right. Illinois on tonight. Lady Railers were victorious today. We talked about them a little bit in the pregame, that they were 2-0, and then they will be playing 2 more games tomorrow at 1:30 against the Flyers from East St. Louis, and then 5 o'clock, I believe Lloyd told us, against the Potters from Morton. So let's say you could get 2 Lady Railer W's tomorrow and make just right at probably the tip of the Railer game. If we can win this one, we'll be playing at 6:30 tomorrow. So catch the 5 o'clock hightail up for Morton here, and you can get 3 Railer games tomorrow.
3 Railer games. That's a busy day for WLCN 96.3 FM. We'll take another commercial break. We come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip as the Lincoln Railers take on the Crusaders from Belleville Althoff.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
We scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. And so they need you to stand with them.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
At Lincoln Community High School, we expect sportsmanship, so please let the players play, let the coaches coach.
And we're back here for Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set for the starting lineups between the Crusaders and the Railers here on a Friday night. Both teams 1-1 on the young season. Both teams lost to Mount Zion, and both teams have beaten Cahokia.
Refrain from using these products at tonight's game. And good evening, basketball fans.
Tomorrow night, the Railers will be in action. It depends on how they do here tonight. It'll either be 4:45 or 6:30. Champaign Centennial and Mount Zion will be in the championship game tomorrow. That's already been decided at 8:15.
Althoff Catholic High School. And our rail splitters of Lincoln Community High School.
First for the starting lineups for the Crusaders from Belleville, Althoff will be the visitors on the scoreboard.
1-1. Starting tonight, number 1.
First man out for head coach Greg Lieb is a 5'8 senior, number 1, Earl, Liverpool. 6'2 and a sophomore, number 2 is Alex Johnson.
Number 4, 5'10 and a junior.
5'10 and a junior, number 4, Braden Grismala.
Number 22, 6 foot and a junior.
6 foot and a junior, number 22, De'Air Hill Jr. And the man in the middle, the coach's son, 6'4 and a junior, 33 is Patton Lieb. And the Crusaders are coached by Mr. Greg Lieb, and we've not only seen them here in the last several years of the Eaton Electrical Round Robin Tournament, Scott, but we've faced them a few times, especially down in the finals down in Collinsville. When you talked about it, they had the Goodwin guy that went on to St. Louis University and had another couple good players on that team. So we've seen these guys a lot. Coach Alexander and Coach Lieb have gone against each other a lot, so it's been kind of a nice friendly rivalry for those guys, but a very good team in the last 10 years that I know that I've recalled playing them. It's a very I think it's a very football-based school down in Belleville, but they've had some really good basketball teams also.
Yeah, there's no secrets here. You know, they each know what they like to do, and they know how to game plan against each other, and now it just comes down to who can execute.
As we take a little break here, right after the visitor team gets announced, they have put together a hype video that goes up on the Jumbotron now. That lasts about 1:05, and that goes on. Something really cool for the players. If you haven't had a chance to come out here to Roy S. Anderson and check out the Railers, it's not only good basketball out on the court, but something really cool for the guys to look at, and the fans, I think, have enjoyed it as well as they get a chance to see some of the guys do some different things out there and have fun and get yourself ready for the game.
Yeah, we got the board. Why not use it?
Yeah,
and credit goes out to Connor Shaw
and Tony Schilling for kind of coordinating that thing, and it's kind of neat. Now the starting lineups, which Coach Alexander has yet to put out on the scoreboard for us early this year. He's got the secrets for the score for the starting lineups, but we think we're going to go with a little bit of the same way we've gone in the past here. First man out, 6'5", junior forward, number 30, Hayes. Drew Hayes. At one guard, 5'7", and a senior, number 10, Carson. Keon Carson. The man in the middle, 6'5", and a junior, number 34, Sanders. Frank Sanders. At one guard, 6 foot and a senior, number 2, Gowan. Aiden Gowan. And the last man out for head coach Neil Alexander, 6 foot and a senior, number 3 is Schilling. Trey Schilling, of course, under the direction of head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Greg Alexander, Eric Ewald, Brandon Bird Farmer, Gary Rademacher, and Josh J. McClellan.
Tonight's tip-off sponsor, Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. We're set here for tonight's matchup between the Lincoln Railers and the Crusaders from Belleville, Althoff. The Railers in their home whites with green numbers trimmed in red, and the Crusaders in their traveling blues with gold numbers trimmed in white.
Missing a few lights in the court there, I think.
Yeah.
Turn them on a little more.
It's got to hit that switch.
In a row here. Yeah, we're a little dark.
A little dark up here. That's all right. We are set to play.
Looks like we've got somebody with the right key. Maybe.
There we go.
Yeah, now the wrong ones are wrong. Okay, maybe they're right. Sure seems like a lot of them are not on up there. But we're a little brighter up here anyway, so you can see your notes.
All right. Frank Sanders is set to tip along with Hill from the Crusaders. The ball is up. Tipped out of there, tracked down by Hayes, and Railers will have the opening possession for tonight's ball game. Feed it down low to Sanders, up off the backboard.
Yeah, it looked like he got fouled, too. We go to that play that Coach Alexander normally goes with, and Frank goes right underneath the rim. But the backboard, good pass, I think, by Schilling there. And I thought the lead might have hit him on the arm as he went and tried to finish.
Johnson drives to the basket, no good. Lead with the rebound. Now Johnson in the corner, kicks it over, tapped out of bounds off the Railers. Going to stay with the Crusaders on the baseline, right in front of the student section.
Yeah, a little bit of refereeing crew that I haven't seen a whole lot of before.
Crusaders inbound it to Hill up top. Now they'll work it around. Railers on their 1-2-2. Now a trap in the corner with Johnson, and he'll throw it out of bounds and try to hit it off a Railer, but just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, nice trap there by Gowan and Hayes, and they were all over. You kind of heard Coach in the background saying, now, go trap, and they did. And they, as you said, Scott, they tried to throw the ball off of Gowan. He moved out of the way in time and then went through it right out of bounds. So first play, turnover.
Backdoor. Hayes up off the backboard. That's a goaltend. Count the bucket. And the Railers up 4-0.
Yeah, a guy right in front of the play, a referee waiting for him to call it. I was going to call it 3 times before that guy blew his whistle.
They got it right. Railers up 4. Belleville with the basketball.
Yeah, they blow up. They've got 33 Lieb in the middle. Big kid, probably 6'4", probably 240 pounds. And Hayes and those guys are going to have their work cut out for him. He's a left-hander inside, too. Good pressure by Gowan and Schilling out at the top. But you always kind of think those lefties are tough to guard inside. You know, you don't really go against a lefty that much if you don't have one on your team. And Lieb will be tough to stop underneath.
Althoff with the basketball.
Whoa.
There's a shot clock, no good. Schilling there with the rebound. Gives it to Keon.
Yeah.
Keon will walk it up.
Crusaders got yet to figure out this 1-2-2. A couple turnovers in there is basically a turnover on the shot clock.
Sanders at the elbow, finds Gowan in the corner, couldn't hit him, threw it out of bounds. Turnover Railers.
Yeah, I think Frank threw it a little too early. I think Coach Alexander maybe trying to get Gowan going early on. You know, Scott struggled from the field on Wednesday. I think just 1 of 15 from the field, and Coach tried to get his senior going early.
4-0 Railers. We're almost to the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. Liverpool over to Grismala. Now Liverpool's going to fire a deep three off the rim. No good. Schilling there with the rebound.
Yeah, good box out by Hayes. And talk about the big guys, get the boxing out some of the big guys that the other team has, and they may not get all the boards. So the guards have got to come in and clean up.
Schilling left wing, hounded there by Grismala. Now he'll pull it out to Keon. Keon over in the corner, or wing that is, to Gowan. Now they'll work it back to the left. Keon left wing, feeds Sanders up, and couldn't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, goes back up, and they're going to call a charge on Sanders as he bowled his way to the basketball. If he wouldn't have lowered his shoulder, I think he would have got away
I think the
with
guy
it.
did a heck of a job, too, kind of falling back. I don't know if Frank hit him right in the chest to be able to bulldoze him that well. Now, Frank can do it if he wants to, I think, but I don't know if it was hit as hard as it really looked like.
4-0 Railers. Sanders picks up his first foul, first team foul, airballed it. Lieb tries to track down the rebound. Now they try to feed it to Lieb. Schilling with the block, save, and to Keon.
Yeah,
kicks it up to Gowan. Gowan pulls up, jumper off the rim, no good. Liverpool with the rebound for the Crusaders. He'll push it left. Now he'll chuck up a three. Got it.
Yeah, you thought they were going to get one to go. They've missed a couple early on, and as many as they attempted the other night against Mount Zion on Monday, they're going to keep firing.
4-3 Railers. 4:38 to go in the first. Keon gets it to Gowan, right wing. Now back up top to Keon. Keon goes left to Schilling, left wing. Looks for Hayes. Hayes will dribble in, pull up with the jumper, no good. Rebound lead for Althoff. Now Johnson, he'll get it down the court, tapped out of there, throws it up, and slopped it in, and the Crusaders with their first lead of the night, 5-4. Keon crosses the timeline. Now Hayes sets a pick for him. Keon loses it. He tapped out of bounds off of Grismala, going to stay with the Railers on the sideline. Komnick set to check in. He'll check in for Keon. Carson Komnick, a 6'3", 160-pound sophomore, will take over point guard duties. Over to Hayes. Got to get it across, fellas. Hayes does. Now gets it to Komnick, right wing. Now Gowan's going to take a three in the corner. Got it.
Ooh, needed it.
And it's a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. Railers back up 7-5.
Yeah, he get Gowan going early here in the game, and maybe that we can ride that for a couple games. He hasn't shot it well in the opening first two.
Lieb all the way over to Hill. Hill for another three. Got it. Hill's got 6 points. And Belleville back up by 1. Feed it to Sanders on the block. Now he'll go right, kick it out to Gowan. Now right wing, Hayes. Hayes will dribble on his guy, spin, feed it to Frank, couldn't handle it. And the Crusaders with an easy bucket. Transition points.
Yeah, they get it going, and they can turn the ball over, and they want to go pretty quickly.
10-7. Althoff, Sanders with it now to Komnick. Feeds Sanders up and good.
Yeah, Lieb fell down, and Sanders threw it to Carson. Carson saw that Sanders' man, Lieb, fell down on the ground, so he just said, basically, Frank, go to the basket. I'll throw it to you, and we'll give you an easy layup.
9-10. Crusaders. Lieb dribbles in, loses control, out of bounds. Railer basketball. Gabe Smith, 6'2", 170-pound juniors checking in for Sanders.
Yeah, it won't be a quick break for Frank. Frank does have one foul, but he'll be needing to go back in here pretty soon.
Komnick gets it across the timeline. Schilling left wing, now elbow to Smith. Up top to Hayes, over to Gowan. Gowan guarded there by Hill. Now Komnick. Komnick's going to dribble in. Pump fake, kick to Gowan. Gowan three on the way off. Komnick fought for it. Grismala comes out of there with it. Now a stuff on Crusaders off of Grismala. Going to be Railers basketball. Good aggressive defense there. Had Grismala trapped in the corner.
Yeah, Gowan stayed with it. They shot a bad one way off on the shot, but he stayed with it after Althoff struggled to kind of regain possession and get the ball moving up the court. So good pressure there by Gowan. Now Brady Miller will now check in for Gowan.
Komnick gets it across. Now left wing Schilling. Give it to Gowan on the elbow. Komnick for a three in the corner, off the rim, no good. Miller fought for it, tapped it away from Lieb, tries to feed it in to Schilling, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Railers. Thought the Crusaders might have had a hand on it.
Yeah, I think it got tipped away by Miller from the Crusaders. Now it looked like Brady was trying to go get it because I think he saw Schilling underneath open and wanted to get the ball as quickly as possible, but just couldn't grab it. Good aggressive play there by the Railers and some guys underneath trying to offensive rebound.
10-9, Crusaders with the lead, 1:35 to go in the first quarter. Stall, almost a steal, going to be out of bounds off of Komnick. That was a flip of the coin there. Jackson checks in for the Crusaders, number 3. Now Hill with it, guarded by Miller.
The middle, Lieb's wide open in the middle. Maybe a 3-second call coming up too, but they're going to have, Gabe's got to move over and guard him. Hayes now guarding Smith, or Lieb underneath.
He'll pull for a jumper, in and out, no good. Lieb there with the rebound. And we got a jump ball.
Yeah, I think Lieb thought it was the end of the quarter because he heard the buzzer, but it's that shot clock buzzer that goes off, and he was kind of stopped, and he kind of put the ball out for anybody to grab, and Gabe Smith went in there and tied it up.
Possession goes to Althoff. They try to feed it into Lieb. Now they'll kick it out to Hill for another 3 off the rim, no good. Schilling tracks it down. He's got a wide open lane. I shouldn't say wide open. Carson there with the follow, up and good. Komnick followed this missed shot by Schilling. Put it up, and the Railers back up by 1.
You know, never think a guy's going to make a layup. Always try to follow it, and tried to stress that for a long time. Is go get ready to rebound. It might be an easy putback, and that time Schilling got it blocked, and Komnick was right there to follow it up.
Three on the way from Jackson, no good. Smith with the rebound. We got a 2-on-1. They were all over his arm. I could hear that up here.
Yeah, nice contest, though, in the corner, too. Schilling was kind of caught on one side where he was guarding both guys. He was guarding the wing and the corner, and Schilling did a nice job of coming to contest that corner 3. Looks like Keon will check in now for Schilling. Schilling will get a breather. So you've got Komnick, Smith, Hayes, Miller, and Carson, Keon Carson out there.
Little back door to Keon, up and good. And the Railers up by 3.
Yeah, Coach running that out of bounds play that he loved to run. He ran it when I played, and it's still working.
13 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Railers lead by 3. Crusaders with the basketball. Liverpool hold it out. Now at 5-4. Liverpool kicks it over Hill for a 3. No good. And at the end of 1, it's the Railers 13, the Crusaders 10. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We come back. We'll have second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the Railers have a 13-10 advantage over the Crusaders to start the second quarter.
Yeah, Railers shoot 50% from the field. Just 1 of 3 from three-point land, but good job on the 2-pointers. 4 of 12 for Althoff, 2 of 8 from three-point land.
Railers with the basketball to start the second. Miller with it in the corner, feeds it to a wide open Hayes up off the backboard, and good.
Good pass and a nice screen too by Komnick. Really locked in on Hayes' man underneath, and he didn't really put up a fight either. Once he got locked onto the screen, he let Hayes just go by. That's about as easy a basket as Hayes is going to get for his career.
15-10 Railers. Second quarter just underway. Althoff with the basketball. Got to watch Hill. Liverpool now over back to Liverpool for a deep three and good. 15-13 Railers, and it's been about all threes from Althoff.
Yeah, you're right.
Really even tried to feed it into to Lieb when he was in there.
2 of 8 from three-point land.
Little backdoor to Komnick. Hill cut it off. Komnick tracks it down. Now stolen away by Jackson. Liverpool to Jackson. Now back to Liverpool. Now over to Hill. Jackson dribbles in, kicks it over to Hill on the wing, feeds it in down low. Nothing there. Now they're working around to Liverpool. He'll dribble left. Loses the ball. Almost had to travel. Now stolen away. Keon got a little, I don't know if he was confused.
Yeah, I think coaches want him to push the ball a little bit to try and get some easy baskets. And about the time that he looked over to coach to get the play call, I think it was Liverpool swept in and stole it and was not happy about that.
Liverpool to inbound for the Crusaders. Gets it into Johnson. Johnson, little running jumper is good. We're all tied up at 15. 6:25 to go in the first half. Miller, he'll get by Grismali. Now he'll go right. Grismali all over him. Hayes on right wing.
Althoff all over the Railers right now.
Keon works it to Komnick up top. He'll dribble one, slapped out of there, and Hill's going to get called with the foul. I'm sorry, they gave it to Liverpool. A little extracurricular activity after.
Yeah, I think Liverpool and Keon getting into it a little bit after that steal. Liverpool took the ball from him and has been telling him about it ever since.
Komnick inbounds to Keon. Over to Komnick. Now they'll work it back to the left. Miller. Komnick for a three off the front of the rim. No good. Hayes tracks it down. Cutting. Komnick. Now he'll dribble in. Couldn't get it to go. A little bit of contact there. No call.
Yeah, good look by Hayes. Good cut, too, by Carson. Got right in the middle and even up-faked his guy. Just couldn't get into the body enough to get the foul. Almost got it to go in. But a good possession there, the Railers, with another offensive rebound by Hayes.
Liverpool up top. Now over to Grismali. Grismali dribbles out, gives it to Liverpool up top. Now he'll back it out, give it to Hill. Hill fakes a three. Keon gets in front of him. Now they'll kick it over to Grismali. He'll dribble in, kick it out. That's Johnson, no good. Hill for the rebound, up and good. (17-15), 5 minutes to go in the first half. Keon with the basketball, guarded by Liverpool. He'll go left, now spin right, little backdoor to Hayes, up and good.
Yeah.
And if they're going to play that tied up on you, Josh, backdoor be there all night.
You're exactly right, and Hayes has got it twice now, and a good call by Coach Alexander might relieve some of that pressure where the Railers can start to. 10-second call. The Althoff wanted a foul, which it looked like Keon had the foul.
Yeah, Keon had a little contact there, no call. But we'll take the 10-second call. Turnover, Railers basketball. All tied up at 17, 4:37 to go in the first half.
Yeah, looks like the sixth turnover now for Belleville. Althoff and Railers with 6 as well. Seven turnovers now.
Hayes, right wing. Sanders at the elbow. Kicks it out. Miller in the corner for a three. A little too long. Hill there with the rebound. He'll push it up to Grismali. Grismali lost control of it, but it was blocked by Hayes out of bounds. Going to stay with Althoff.
And they're beating us back. So yeah, they're getting out in transition, and luckily Hayes was on a full sprint there. He blocked it, but then the follow-up by Keon wasn't enough. He did get a hand on it, but it did tip out of bounds on Keon.
Deep three by Hill, in and out, no good. And they got to get Lieb on a foul there. Lieb picks up his first, second team foul. Hayes inbounds to Keon. Keon guard there by Liverpool. Now Miller right wing. They'll work it to the left to Keon. Keon dribbles left on Liverpool. Now Komnick. It's a pretty late call there.
Yeah, must have shuffled the feet.
Yeah. Komnick traveled. And another turnover for the Railers. All tied up at 17. We're halfway through the second. Althoff with the basketball.
Traveled there.
Lieb kicks it out. Johnson three, no good, too strong. Off a. Ooh. Thought that was off
like
a Hill.
Blue, yeah, and those are tough rebounds on that opposite side when you're expecting it to hit rim and you're going to go up and try and eat, and it's an air ball and it comes on you a little quicker. But you're right. I thought it was off Althoff there.
Althoff basketball, feed it into Hill. Running jumper, no good. Gowan there for the rebound, rips it out. Gets it over to Schilling. He'll back it back out, set up the offense, double teamed. Now get it up to Gowan, over to Keon. Keon right wing. Johnson picks him up there. Keon will dribble in on him. Now go to the other side. Gowan for a three in the corner. Got it. Boom. Gowan with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer. And the Railers up by 3.
Nice penetration there by Keon, going all the way around the rim underneath the bankboard and kicked it out to Gowan, who has redeemed himself a little bit from Wednesday night now with 2 3-pointers made. He only made 1 shot out of 15. None from three-point land the other night, and has 2 tonight.
Johnson, head fake, dribbles in, nothing there. Kick it out to Liverpool.
Yeah, Hayes got to stop going for that shot fake. These guys are going
Hill
right by
for
him.
a three, way too long. They'll hear from the student section there.
Good job by Hayes again by getting Lieb out of there. He's done a good job of keeping Lieb off the offensive rebounds with a great job of boxing out.
Sanders left wing, up top, Schilling. Schilling dribbles right, picks up his dribble, hounded there by Grismali. Now gets it out to Keon. They'll reset with 15 on the shot clock. Hayes, top of the key. Feed it to Sanders. Sanders backs his way in. Lowers his shoulder. And going to get called for a travel. It's not a travel.
It didn't look like it. It looked like he might have stepped with that other foot, but I didn't think the pivot foot was picked up.
Raiders up by 3. 2:20 to go in the first half. Althoff with the basketball. Liverpool. Picked up there. Now they'll give it over to Grismaldi. Back to Liverpool.
Yeah. 2:08 left here in the second. The Railers up 20-17.
15 on the shot clock. Now Liverpool work left to Johnson. Back up top to Liverpool. Now Johnson in the corner trying to find Hill. Now they'll work it back to the right. Grismali, right wing, guarded by Schilling. Now up top, work it left. 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, got to help out here.
And that's a shot clock violation right there. Kind of just lulled themselves to sleep there, Josh, as they were passing around. They lost track of the shot clock.
Yeah, and
that's a violation.
Coach Lieb is saying it didn't count because of the thing, but the horn clearly went off.
Raiders still up by 3, and we got a push here on Althoff. Foul is on.
Yeah,
who'd they get? 22?
Yeah, I think 22 looked like. 3rd foul.
Keon, nothing there. Now Gowan's going to pull up for a 3. Got it! Gowan with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, and the Railers up by 6. Gowan has 9.
Yeah, it was a backdoor play, almost out of bounds on a sideline out of bounds for Keon. Keon saw some taller guys coming at him, so he didn't try the layup, but a good job by Gowan of filling in right off that three-point line, caught it, went up, and drained it again. 3 3-pointers for Gowan so far.
Oh, almost as Keon read that, yeah, and luckily he didn't pass it. Liverpool tracks it down, 7 on the shot clock. Johnson in the corner, trap. Now Grismali loses it. Great defense by the Railers as they force another turnover. Althoff is going to have trouble anyway getting a shot off with the shot clock winding down. It's going to be Railer basketball.
I tell you, that trap's been successful twice now by Hayes and Gowan in that corner right in front of the student section. 2 times, I believe, we've gotten that trap, and 2 times have resulted in turnovers by Althoff.
Yeah, and that 1-2-2 defense, that's the last place you want to be, is in that corner. And will they get Gowan with the travel?
Yeah, I don't know what the travel was for. He went down.
Turnover Railers. Althoff basketball with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Liverpool backs it out. Now over to Grismaldi. Now over to Hill, left wing. Kick it out, Liverpool. Liverpool for a 3. No. Tried to save it is Colden.
Yeah,
couldn't get it.
28.4 seconds left, so that means the shot clock will be turned off here, and we should get the the last second shot for the first half. The Railers lead at 23-17.
Keon will walk it up. He'll go left. Now back right. Oh, back door. And he was cut off. Hayes was cut off by Colden. Couldn't get that through him to get that bounce pass, and a turnover Railers.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure he wouldn't have gotten to it. I think Hayes stopped his back cut, and they're always told, don't stop your back cut because the passer thinks you're going to keep running. I think he would have caught it and probably scored had he continued it on.
Down to 10 seconds. Hill with it. Now Liverpool to Hill. 8 on the clock. Hill kicks it over to Liverpool. Now Hill down to 2. 1. Got the shot off. Couldn't get it to go.
Another air ball. The student section told him the air ball about the last one, and he did it again.
At the end of the first half, it's the Lincoln Rail Splitters 23 and Belleville Althoff Crusaders 17. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Welcome back here, Railer Nation. We're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show where the Railers lead it here at half, 23-17 over the Crusaders from Belleville Althoff. Let's run through the scoring. First, for the Crusaders of Belleville Althoff, they were led in the first half with 8 points. 8 points for Dier Hill Jr., 5 points for Earl Liverpool. Alex Johnson with 4 to round out the 17 for Belleville Althoff. The Railers were led in the first half by Gowan. Aiden Gowan with a nice first half for Gowan. Did not shoot it well, and I know he did not like that at all on Wednesday night. Gowan 3 of 4 from the three-point line for 9 points. 6 points for Drew Hayes. 4 points for Frank Sanders, 2 for Keon Carson, and 2 for Carson Komnick to round out the 23 for the Railers. Again, the Railers lead it here at half, 23-17. We'll send it back to the studios for a quick break. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School boys basketball. WLCN's coverage of Rail Splitter basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping for all your outdoor landscaping projects and needs. Located at 1302 State Route 10 East on the east edge of Lincoln. Call 217-732-4300. Brian Clark State Farm Insurance for home, auto, life, and health insurance needs. See Brian to review a quote, for help understanding your current policy, or to get started on your personal price plan. Stop by the office at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Chase Lowry, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, located on the square in Mount Pulaski at 114 East Cook Street, offering competitive rates on auto, home, life, and business insurance. Phone 217-792-3371. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Heartland
Go through the stats. Josh Komnick along with Lloyd Kirby and Scott Kirby here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show where the Railers lead it 23-17 over the Crusaders from Belleville Althoff here on a Friday night. The winner will go to the third place game that will take place tomorrow at 6:30. Championship is already decided. It'll be the Mount Zion Braves taking on the Champaign Centennial Chargers. The winner of this game will be taking on Belleville West tomorrow at 6:30. Scott, a little better shooting for the Railers, which has resulted in a few more points. I think the halftime was on Wednesday was 14-13. The Braves were ahead, and the Railers with 23 already now. Aiden Gowan with a nice first half. We needed it for him. He needed it.
Great half by Gowan, just to get that confidence back. 9 points first half, and shooting the ball well. And the Railers moving the ball well. Althoff with a lot of pressure on the Railers, causing us some fits. The back door's there. You're going to play that, heavy pressure. The back door's going to be there. But overall, it's a game that we kind of anticipated. It's kind of evenly matched. And fortunately, the Railers are up by 6.
Althoff 7 of 24 from the field for 29%. We told you they'd shoot a lot of threes. They've got 15 attempts in the first half. They've made 3. 0 free throws, 10 rebounds, 4 of them offensive. They've got 9 turnovers and 3 steals. Again, they are led in scoring with 8 points by De'Air Hill Jr. The Railers shoot it a lot better. 10 of 19 from the field for 53%. 3 of 7 from three-point land for 43. We haven't shot a free throw either. 11 rebounds for the Railers, 3 of them offensive, 10 turnovers. And you just talked about that pressure that Belleville Althoff has kind of put on us a little bit, and it seems to have caused a few for us. 10 turnovers for the Railers to go along with 3 steals. The Railers are led here in the first half by Aiden Gallen, 3 of 4 from the three-point line for 9 points. Drew Hayes with 6 and 1 rebound. So yeah, we'll have to get back on to the scoring, and you're going to have to cover these guys again in the first half, and again, I think you've got to be able to handle the basketball against this Crusader team who has decided to turn it up on us a little bit. We'll send it back to the studios with one final break before the third quarter starts. Here in the Ground Incorporated and Schnatter Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Raider basketball.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera, and Joel Lee back at the studio. Second half just about underway. The Railers with a 23-17 advantage. Pretty high-paced first half, Josh, and got to think that the second half we'll just kind of pick up where we left off.
Yeah, and I think if you're Lincoln, as Coach always says, coming out of halftime, that first 3 minutes decides a lot. And I think if you can increase this from a 6 to a 10 or 12 point lead, you might bury Belleville real fast.
Brian Clark, State Farm Insurance. For home, auto, life, and health insurance needs, see Brian to review a quote for help understanding your current policy or to get started on your personal price plan. Stop by the office at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Althoff with the basketball. Third quarter underway. Grismolly with it. Now gives it to Liverpool. Liverpool feeds it into Lieb. Lieb's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, you're right. We've done a good job on him.
Now they'll kick it back out to Liverpool. 9 on the shot clock. He'll dribble around Sanders, throw up a running jumper, airballed it right down to Schilling.
Yeah, there's a good move by Hill there. He went left and went baseline, but really didn't finish his drive. He kind of pulled up a little too early.
Schilling feeds it in. Sanders wide open. Couldn't get it to go. Had an easy bunny, but he's going to be fouled by Lieb. Sanders going to get 2 free throws.
Start the first quarter with that play. I mean, you started again with the third quarter. Frank made it on the first possession, got fouled and missed this one.
Yeah, he's going to wish he had that one back, Josh. A little contact, but that's a shot that he can finish.
Yeah, Frank. Free throw up and good. Frank 0 for 3. No good. 0 for 3 on the season, this young season from the free throw line so far.
Second free throw for Sanders up, and oh boy, didn't even hit the rim. And he practices them.
Yeah, it's sometimes a mind game when you get to the free throw line and don't have a lot of success there.
Still 23-17. 1 minute's gone by here in the third quarter. Railers with the lead.
Get it. Yep.
Stolen by Gowan. Gowan Carson back to Gowan. Got a little too deep. Loses it. Now rips it back out. Keon with it in the corner. Now Schilling. Over to Hayes, right wing. Feed it in to Schilling, blocked by Hill, out of bounds. Going to stay with the Railers with 19 on the shot clock.
Nothing wrong with that. Nice curl cut by Schilling, and didn't see Hill coming across, but you don't mind that. I've never minded a kid getting blocked. Just make sure you don't stop going to the basket. A lot of times there'll be a foul there.
Keon now over to Hayes on left wing, gives it to Sanders. Sanders kicks it out. Schilling quiet tonight. Hasn't had really an open look. Hayes loses it. Hill there with it. Now we got a 2-on-1. Hill on Keon. Up. No good. Fought for. Grismali comes up with it, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. Number 3, Schilling gets him on the arm.
I think the Railers have given up several offensive rebounds here tonight, and it's been a little bit of just effort, I think. To see some of them just not going after it. That's a tough shot.
3 on the way. Josh said it was a tough shot, but not for Johnson as he buries it
right in front
deep
of us.
In the right corner.
Right in front of us, behind the bakeboard almost.
Probably a little easier shot for a left-hander. Hayes on the left
elbow.
Gotta go to
work, Hayes.
Hayes backs down. Nothing there. Tries to feed Sanders. Hill cuts it off. Feeds it over to Liverpool. Little reverse layup. No good. Liverpool tracks it down. Now they'll reset. Johnson, Liverpool right wing. All the way over to Hill, left wing. And they're going to get Hill with a travel.
Yeah, good recovery there. You saw guys in a white jersey, the Railers flying around everywhere to try to cover up the shooters after it was kind of a turnover there, and it was a little bit of a fast break for Althoff to come this end. A good job by the Railers of recovering on some shooters, and ultimately a travel by Althoff. Big possession here. Railers need a basket.
Talked a little bit about off-air, Josh, about Hill. He has the opportunity to play football anywhere he wants to go.
Yeah, that's what our
football star for
scouting guru down in St. Louis area has told us.
Sanders up and good.
Well, they're trying to really front. They're trying to front Sanders with Lieb, and they got no help on the backside. That play's worked a couple of times. I don't think we scored the last time, but it was a lob over top of Frank. Frank went to go get it, then put it in.
Yeah, we'll see Mr. Curry here in a few weeks.
Yeah, not too far.
3 on the way, no good. Schilling there for the rebound. Schilling's been, how many rebounds does he have? He's got to have 5 or 6.
We're going to go through it right here. Yeah, you're right. Schilling, that's 5. I think that's number 6 for Schilling on the night. So good job by the senior.
Yeah, he puts himself in a good position.
Yeah, and he's strong. He not overly athletic and doesn't get off the floor real well, but he's strong. He gets good position. He kind of reads the ball when it's coming off the rim and has done a good job tonight of attacking. One of the few Railers that have really rebounded tonight.
Schilling for a 3, a little too long.
That's
Hayes there. Was that a pass?
That was an assist.
We'll say it's an assist.
We'll call it an assist.
Yes,
I don't think so, but you talk about reading the ball out of the hand. That's exactly what Hayes did there.
27-20 Railers, 4:35 to go in the third. Feed it into Lieb. He'll dribble in. That's before. Oh, they're going to count the shot.
Oh, it looked like a little bit before, but really too early. It might have even been a 3 seconds in the lane. Lieb was camped out in there for a little while. And we talked about it. When he gets it, he's a bull in there. He's well put together. Probably doing a little blocking for that guy, and that Hill. And he's tough to stop underneath.
Free throw down by Hayes. Now Hayes will push it up the court. He'll go right. Kick it over to Sanders. Sanders. No good. Hayes tried to follow it up. No good. Lieb with the rebound. 27-22 Railers. 4:15 to go in the third. Liverpool stolen by Schilling. Now he'll get it to Keon. Keon sprints it across the court. Schilling thought about a 3, didn't have it. Now Hayes going to dribble in, feed over to Sanders, but a foul on the floor on the Crusaders. That's on number 4, Grismaldi. That's his. It's his first, team third. 4 minutes. Do a little tip play to Hayes, rolls around the rim.
Yeah, the guys, Hayes' man didn't know where the ball was, so it's an easy throw right up to Hayes, right in the middle of the lane.
You call that quick?
I don't know what they call it, but
whatever it is, it worked.
Yeah.
Keon, Railers with the basketball after the turnover.
Railers up 29-22 here.
Yeah, Hill's all over him. Keon's just getting hounded. He's gonna be tired after tonight.
Yeah, second foul on Hill. Their fourth team foul now. So remember the change in the foul rule now.
Backdoor to Keon, gives it to Hayes. Hayes running jumper, left it short. Lieb there with the rebound.
Will be fifth foul on Althoff. Will be 2 free throws now. No more bonus in high school and junior high basketball.
3 on the way. Got it. Hill with another 3.
3-point basket good for Hill. And a timeout taken by Althoff.
And Althoff wants a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, helping people, changing lives. America's Poverty Fighting Network. Call 217-732-2159 or find them online at capsil.info. The Carpet House, the professional design team, will work with you for 100% satisfaction. Stop by the showroom at 1320 Woodlawn Road or call 217-735-2531.
Chase Lowry, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Give them a call at 217-735-2422. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game. Be a late one tonight. Located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
And Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. 3:15 to go in the third. Railers with a 4-point lead and the basketball. Looks like Althoff's going to pick up the pressure here, extend the little full court press. Miller with it. Now he'll walk it up, and he'll be greeted at the halfway point by Liverpool. Now over to Komnick, who's back into the game. Komnick to Schilling, left wing. Feed it into Sanders, tried to get it over Lieb. Lieb tipped it out of there. Another turnover.
That time they had backside help, so it wasn't as clear of a pass.
Turnover, Althoff. Miller races out of there with it. Now picks it up, gives it to Schilling. Schilling over to Hayes. Hayes will dribble. Now give it to Komnick in the right wing, or right corner. Now feeds to Schilling. Schilling grabs it, rips it out of there. And Coach Alexander wants a timeout. I don't know what they would have called there. A foul, a travel, a jump.
Yeah, it was going to be something, but thank gosh, it probably wasn't going to be good for us. No. I think it might have been some sort of a foul. So we'll have to see here what Coach Alexander draws up. 2:38 left here in the game, and the Railers holding on to a 29-25 lead, and it's kind of been the Railers get up to that 6-point lead. I think we might even got to 8 here, and then came Althoff came down and hit a big 3 by Hill. So it's been that back and forth action that we kind of anticipated. You know, both teams pretty evenly matched, not terribly big, but man, Althoff can provide some pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure they are providing, Josh, and that's something that you can't really practice for. I mean, you know, it's all in-game speed, and you know, I think as the season goes along, they'll learn how to handle that a little bit more, or a little bit better. Schilling with the ball, feeds it into Hayes. Hayes going to try to do a little spin hook, but he'll be fouled on the shot.
Yeah, I didn't think he got blocked, so I thought, well, it's got to be some sort of a foul there.
Hayes will get 2 free throws, and that is the 5th team foul on Althoff, so any foul now will be 2 shots no matter what. Free throw up for Hayes is no good.
Yeah, and here's a spot where Hayes really struggled from the free throw line in the second half of the year last year, and really lost a lot of confidence in it, and was hoping that there was something he could get over the summer where he started to gain a little more of that, because he's going to get to the free throw line.
Free throw up and good for Hayes. Railers back up by 5. 2:30 to go in the third. And they gave the point to Althoff.
There we go.
Michael Jackson and Charleston Holden's in for the Crusaders.
Michael Jackson was checked in for the Crusaders.
Lieb spins in, and a lot of contact down there, a lot of body, and then they're going to get Hayes with the foul as Lieb forced the contact, but they're going to call Hayes with the foul.
Yeah, I thought there might have been a foul by Hayes, but I didn't think it was on the shot. I thought it was before the attempt. Lieb way off.
So the big guys tonight having trouble hitting free throws on both sides.
Yeah, and really they've been the only ones that get to the free throw line. The Railers have only attempted 4 free throws, and both 2 of them by Hayes and 2 of them by Sanders.
Second one up and no good. Railers up by 5 with the basketball. We're just about to the 2-minute mark here in the third. Oh, Comnick. High pass from Miller. Comnick couldn't get the handle on it, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Railers. 2 minutes to go in the third. Althoff with the basketball, down by 5. Now they'll get it across the timeline. Kick it to Hill, and a travel on Lieb.
Got away with one there, too, because it was a direct pass to Lieb, which was a direct pass out to Hill, their best shooter. And Hill, he made it. He made the 3, but it was a travel before. So the Railers got away with one there. Not a lot of pressure on the ball right now that the Railers are applying, and Althoff just kicking it to wherever they want.
Comnick gets it to Schilling, now up top to Hayes, over to Miller. Miller to Smith. Smith back into the ball game. Now Schilling. Hayes, top of the key to Miller. Miller dribbles right, stolen by Liverpool, and he'll have an easy layup. .30-27 Railers, 1:15 to go here in the third. Miller hounded by Liverpool, gets it over to Comnick. Comnick dribbles in, and we're going to have a bump foul on Althoff.
Yeah. Comnick tried to go into the lane and got bumped out of there and bumped somebody else. Clear foul by Althoff, which is the 6th foul. So Carson should be able to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
So that's the first foul on Johnson. 6th team foul. Free throw up for Comnick is good.
Carson Comnick at the free throw line for Lincoln, the second 2 on its way.
Second free throw up and good for Comnick.
Yeah, 2 big ones there. Needed it. Puts the Railers back up 5 here with just a little over a minute to go. Need a big stop here. Especially they took their best player out. Hill's out of the game right now, looks like. No, I guess he's right over here in the corner.
50 seconds to go in the third. Railers up by 5. Althoff with the basketball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hill with it, left corner, guarded by Hayes. Hill's going to dribble on Hayes, cut off, kick out. 3 on the way, no good. Tracked down by Hill. 3 on the way by Liverpool is up and good. So offensive rebounding is a thorn in our side tonight.
Yeah, and they're just out hustling us to the basketball. That was a rebound in the corner we could have had.
Miller with it in the corner. 18 on the clock. Now Comnick. He'll dribble it back out. Guarded by Hill. Picks up his dribble. Gives it to Hayes right wing. Now Smith on the elbow. Tried to get it to Miller in the corner. Going to be tapped out of bounds off of Althoff. Going to stay with the Railers with 6 seconds to go in the third. Schilling to inbound. Gives it to Smith. Tapped out of there. Schilling with 5 seconds. Now Miller for a deep 3 short. Hayes tried to fight for the rebound. Couldn't get it. And at the end of 3, it's the Railers 32 and the Crusaders 30. We'll take a 60-second timeout. We come back. We'll have fourth quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
score, we're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby, Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening as the Railers take a 2-point lead into the fourth quarter. And now, Josh, it's just going to come down to if they can handle Althoff's pressure.
Yeah, I think you're right. And get out on Hill. I think Hill's been the spark there for them offensively.
Tried to get a backdoor to Hayes. Nothing there. Now the Railers reset. Tipped out of there by Jackson. Kicks it over to Liverpool. Up in the air. Now Althoff.
Get out on Hill. There he is.
Hill guarded by Gowan. And a foul on Gowan on Jackson. That's Gowan's. His first, team first.
Team first.
Hill thinks about a three.
Take a charge.
And going to be before the shot, I would think. Maybe not.
I think it's going to be 2 shots. And I think if you're the Railers, you've really got to make Hill go to his right hand. I haven't seen him yet shot fake and go to his, or any type of drive, go with his right. It's pretty much all left. And he's a stud when he goes left, but I'd like to see him go somewhere else.
Free throw up and good for Hill. Cuts the lead to 1. Second free throw on the way. Up and good. We have a tie ball game with 7:25 to go. And the Railers with the basketball.
Well, I'd like to see Hayes just take lead right now, right to the basket.
Kicks it out to Gowan. Now reset up top to Keon. Now Schilling. Over to Hayes. Keon right corner. Hayes right wing. Now they'll work it back to the left with Gowan. Now Hayes in the left corner. Hayes dribbles on Lieb. Nothing there. Kick it out. Schilling. Schilling picks up his dribble. Nowhere to go. And Coach Al wants a timeout. 6:56 to go in the ball game. We're all knotted up at 32, Josh.
Yeah, and the pressure of Althoff really kind of bothering the Railers right now. They're unable to get any kind of drives. The guards can't get past their guys to get to the rim, and that time Hayes, I thought, was going to be able to get a chance to go up on Lieb right in the middle of the paint, but selected not to do it and kicked it out, and we just couldn't get anything going.
Eaton Corporation, building over 5 million high-quality commercial and residential power distribution products each year. Check them out online at eaton.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. 32-32, Railers with the basketball. Try to lob it into Hayes, stolen away by Althoff. Railers need to get the momentum back here.
Yeah, we need a stop and a couple baskets.
Feed it in. Blocked by Smith. And the Railers with the ball, tied at 32. 6:30 to go. Schilling, left wing. Now Smith in the corner. He'll dribble right. Give it to Gowan. Now the Railers are reset with 17 on the shot clock. Keon over to Schilling, left wing. Tapped out of there, and going to say it's out of bounds off Hayes. Another one of those reach around, tap it out from behind.
Right behind,
Josh.
and Schilling had no idea he was coming and got caught off guard.
Still tied up at 32. 6:05 to go in the ball game. Need a big defensive stand here by the Railers. Hill, keep an eye on him and Liverpool. Colden picks up his dribble, now gets it, loses it, and Railer basketball. I think they got away with one.
Well,
there.
I think so too, and I think Liverpool thought it was going off of, or should have been blue ball too.
And I don't disagree with him. Hayes to Schilling.
We haven't got a good shot in the last couple possessions here. They're all over us, and right now our guards can't get by their guards.
Keon.
Yeah, Gowan can't get open against him.
Goes left, kicks it out. Schilling for a three, in and out, no good. And tapped out of bounds off of Sanders. Going to be Althoff's basketball. Schilling had a look.
Yeah,
just couldn't
and
get
Schilling
it to
yet to get one to go, and he's had a couple each game to start this early season. And Senior hasn't gotten on track here tonight. Hadn't got a lot of opportunities really either.
Lieb guarded by Hayes. Now Hill. Hill goes left, tapped out of bounds. Gowan hit him from behind. Going to stay with Althoff. They'll get it into Hill. Guarded by Schilling. Now Colden with it. Feed it into Lieb. Lieb on Sanders. No good. Fought for. Lieb comes out of there with it. Kicks it out to the left corner. Three on the way. Good.
Just stronger, more physical underneath. You know, they slapped the ball away. Lieb fell out of bounds and came back in and got the basketball. The Railers just unable to gather it.
And there's a foul on Jackson. It's his first, team first. 35-32, Belleville Althoff with the lead. Railers with the basketball. Schilling to end of bound to Hayes, backdoor. Keon missed a layup. Had a wide open layup, couldn't get it to go. Tapped out of there, now Hill will track it down. Hill goes left, spins right, jumper on the way, no good. Hayes in there for the rebound, kicks it out. Gowan tracks it down. Picks up his dribble, now gets it over to Keon. Keon crosses the timeline, kicks it over. Hayes, nothing there. Now Keon right wing. Up top to Schilling. Schilling to Hayes. Hayes will dribble in, up, tried to feed it to Sanders. Now gets it, and he'll be fouled. I'd like to see Hayes just finish that.
Yeah, he's too worried about passing the ball to someone else when he's got to get up by the rim and take some contact and make that. And he's luckily we got that back after the tip away from Althoff, and that'll send Hayes here to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, just too much traffic down there to try to dish it off to Frank. And way too strong for Hayes. That one's good.
Yeah, all right, let's get a couple stops here.
3:51 to go in the ball game. Railers down by 2. Althoff with the basketball. Jackson gets it to Lieb. Lieb to Hill. Now out top to Liverpool. Gives it to Jackson. Now Hill, back to Jackson. Over to Liverpool. Lieb up and no good. Schilling with another rebound. Railers could tie it or go up by 1. Gowan. Now Keon. Over to Gowan, right wing to Frank. Frank tried to back down Lieb, nothing there. Now Keon with it. Now they'll reset with 10 on the shot clock. Schilling, left corner. Now 7. Gowan, deep 3, airballed it out of bounds. Belleville basketball. Just not getting a good look, Josh.
No, their guards are quick and strong, strong enough to keep us out of the lane, and our guards just can't penetrate and get anything going inside. So it's been all on the perimeter or Hayes getting into the middle of the lane.
Timeout, Belleville. 35-33, Althoff with the lead with 2:48 to go in the ball game. Ground Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953, located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to growinc.com. The Grimaldi Law Office, Logan County's only law firm dedicated exclusively to the practice of criminal law. Phone 217-651-8089.
Lincoln Printers, providing complete quality satisfaction at a fair price while utilizing modern technology and a creative flair. Phone 217-732-3121.
Headline Salon, 602 and a half Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Call Brett at 217-651-8310. Headline Salon, where your hair makes the statement. Railers down by 2. We're getting down to the end of the fourth quarter here. And out of bounds off of Althoff. And this is where shot clock comes into play. You can't take the air out of the ball. You got to do something with it.
This is where, especially if you're behind. If you're up, you don't like the shot clock because you think you can try to hold it. But if you're down, you sure like it.
Lincoln with the basketball, down 2. Keon goes right, and we're going to have a bump. Foul on number 1. That's Liverpool. That's his third, team third.
Fouls on the Sanders, number 1.
Schilling to inbound, gets it to Hayes in the corner. Now they'll kick it out to Keon. Sanders now back to Keon. Now the Railers set up some offense here. Gowan goes out to get it. Slap by Hill. Now Hayes. Hayes up and too strong. Hill with the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Railers still down 2. Althoff with the basketball. Hill goes left. Jump up and no good. Schilling there for another rebound. Sanders left wing. Now gets it to Hayes at the free throw line. Tried to get a backdoor to Gowan. Gowan fights for it on the floor. And it's going to be out of bounds off Lincoln. Althoff basketball with 1:28 to go in the game.
Yeah, it looks like the Railers trying to make that perfect pass where it's not there. You know, Hayes tried to throw the back door to Gowan there, and it wasn't open. You know, coach calls the play, but it may not be there. And we've kind of thrown the ball away a few times doing that.
1:18 to go in the game. Althoff with the basketball. Kick it out to Liverpool, guarded by Keon.
Yeah, the Railers have a
Hill.
Yeah, we can okay to be really aggressive here and go after the ball. We need to foul a few times to get closer.
Hill for a 3, no good. Sanders there for the rebound. Sanders will take it himself.
Timeout.
Gets across the timeline to Gowan, right wing. Now Keon with 50 seconds to go in the game. Hayes. Schilling for a 3, off the rim, no good. Colton there for the rebound. And Keon's going to foul Jackson. That's Keon's first, team third. Let's get 2 more quick fouls, Josh, and then do the hack-a-shack. You foul Lieb.
Yeah. Althoff will probably not let him get the ball or try not to pass it to him because it's probably going to go to Hill, and who's a really tough guy to defend because he's so strong and so quick. They're going to look to go to him so he can, or even Liverpool. Liverpool's headed a couple threes here tonight, and he's probably one of their better free throw shooters, a guy that handles the ball pretty well. It's kind of been fun watching him and Keon go at it. Two really, really quick guys.
3:44 left in the ball game. Railers down by 2. Belleville with the basketball. Each team has 3 fouls. LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and communities it serves. Find them on Facebook to learn more about offerings such as the LMH Trailblazers walking program on Wednesdays. Jackson to inbound for Althoff. Stolen by Gowan. Gowan up and count the bucket. Gowan with the steal and the layup, and we're tied up at 35.
Boy, what a mistake by Althoff. Now the Railers don't have to foul. You can move back and play really good defense here. Oh, no. Foul him, Frank.
Frank with the block. Fought for. Lead. Fouling. No foul. Colton.
Grab it, Frank.
Ball is up, down to 9 seconds, and we got a foul on Keon.
Well, that's all right, though. I mean, we obviously had plenty of opportunities to grab the ball, and again, the ball bounced the wrong way of the Railers, and Frank not getting up right away to grab it. Hayes wasn't in there. Some other guys are going to have to grab the ball and go in there and grab it.
Got a full timeout on the floor.
I don't know what Belleville was doing there. Threw the ball away. Looked like they tried to throw it all the way across the court. I caught it real late, and all of a sudden Gowan flying in there for the steal and made the layup.
8 seconds to go. We're tied up at 35. It will be Belleville Althoff basketball coming out of the timeout. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com.
Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Schneider Chiropractic, providing results for body reconditioning, back and neck problems, along with preventive sports injury procedures. Call 217-732-2140. And Tartar Brothers Mechanical at 602 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln, and online at tartarbrothers.com. Once again, thanks to all of our sponsors. Without them, these broadcasts would not be possible. Here we go, Josh. 8 seconds to go. We're tied up at 35. We have one foul to give.
No, next would be 2 free throws, right?
No, that's on the after the 5th. Jumper by Hill, no good. Colton with the putback. And the referees did not give Lincoln the timeout. They ran off the court, and that will do it here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the Railers fall to the Crusaders 37-35. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the postgame show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School boys basketball. WLCN's coverage of Rail Splitter basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping for all your outdoor landscaping projects and needs. Located at 1302 State Route 10 East on the east edge of Lincoln. Call 217-732-4300. Brian Clark State Farm Insurance for home, auto, life, and health insurance needs. See Brian to review a quote, for help understanding your current policy, or to get started on your personal price plan. Stop by the office at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Chase Lowry, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, located on the square in Mount Pulaski at 114 East Cook Street, offering competitive rates on auto, home, life, and business insurance. Phone 217-792-3371. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Lincoln Land Communications, located at 1326 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Serving the area since 1986, Lincoln Land Communications provides sales and service for security cameras, two-way radios, commercial phone and sound systems, LED lighting, car stereos, and much more. Call 217-735-5454. Me Realty. Locally owned and operated, Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners.
And back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the Railers fall tonight here, 37-35 over the Crusaders from Belleville. Althoff, you're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show. I'll run through the scoring here. First for Belleville, Althoff. They were led by number 20 through 22, Deere Hill Jr. Hill Jr. with 13 points. The other guy in double figures was Earl Liverpool. Liverpool with 10. 7 points for Alex Johnson. 3 for DeMichael Jackson, 2 for Charleston Caldone, and 2 points for Patton Lieb to round out the 37 for the Crusaders. The Railers were led tonight by Drew Hayes. Hayes with 12 points. The other double-figure scorer for the Railers, Aiden Gowan. Aiden Gowan with 11. 6 points for Frank Sanders, 4 points for Carson Komnick, and 2 points for Keon Carson to round out the 35 for the Railers. Again, the Railers fall here tonight, 37-35. That puts them in the, what is that? Would be the 5th place game tomorrow at 4:45, I believe, against the Vikings from Danville. We'll send it back to the studios. Back here with Coach Alexander as some stats. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Back to a disappointed Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium after Railers fall here, 37-35. The Railers fall with to their 1-2 record as the Crusaders from Belleville Althoff improved their record to now 2-1. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby. You're in the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show. And we'll go through the stats here. And it was really, I thought about the rebounding tonight, Scott, for Belleville Althoff. Gave them a ton of opportunities in that second half. Although they didn't shoot it well, you would think if you hold a team to 29%, that was Althoff, 14 of 48. They were only 32% from three-point land, 7 of 22. They only attempted 5 free throws and made 2 of them. But I think the biggest key here was rebounds. They had 26, which the Railers had 23, but 11 of the 26 were offensive
and turned into points.
Yeah,
for a majority of them.
I remember vividly one that turned into a three-pointer in front of their bench, and then here late we couldn't come down with the rebound, and then they put it up and score here for the last points of the game. So I think the biggest key here was 11 offensive rebounds for Belleville Althoff, because really there wasn't anything different what the Railers did tonight. Percentages were all about the same, and I thought, well, we did shoot better than them. Belleville had 18 turnovers. They had 9 steals. The Railers shoot 41% from the field, 14 of 34, 3 of 12 from three-point land for 25. They were 4 of 8 from the free throw line. We had 23 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. We had 19 turnovers and 8 steals. So it was pretty evenly matched. Actually, we shot the ball better from the field, but I think it was those offensive rebounds that turned into points.
And the 19 turnovers turned into some points too.
Some easy ones.
Yeah, whenever that's 19 less possessions you're going to have, obviously, and that's a little more than Coach Al wants to see, and they'll work on it. It's still early in the season. The season's not over by any means. It's just we got 3 games under our belt right now, and the last 2 we saw 2 really good defenses, and our kids are just going to have to respond and be stronger with the basketball. I know you talked about getting in the weight room. That takes time. It's nothing that's going to happen overnight, and hopefully during the off seasons where you want to hit that. And all these kids, we saw it tonight. Belleville, they're just seemed
like a lot of balls were tipped out of our hands,
and we just didn't grab the ball and gave them second opportunities, and they capitalized. And unfortunately, took a last-second shot to beat us.
It was our last second. They missed a shot on their ball, and they got the rebound. So another offensive rebound that hurt us, that went up and in. So, yeah, it was. I thought it was just I just thought they were quicker to the ball tonight than the Railers. They got a lot of loose balls, those rebounds that come off the rim and go deep into the corner or up to the top of the key. It seemed like Althoff was the team that was getting those.
Let's take another commercial break. We'll come back. We'll have more here on the post-game show on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. This live video stream is made possible
If
in
you're
part
an ally of
by
this community,
WLCN's live
speak
stream
out.
technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium at the Railers fall to the Crusaders from Belleville. Althoff on a last-second putback, 37-35. Awaiting Coach Neil Alexander to head up him. Probably a little longer post-game than normal after the Railers just got a little bit out-hustled tonight, I think, Scott. It wasn't anything that Althoff did. The stats show that the Railers probably should have come out on top, as Althoff doesn't shoot it well from the field, although one thing they did do is they did offensive rebound pretty well, and which gave them quite a few opportunities. But it's one thing I think we talked about in this pregame of the first game was how well will this team consistently shoot the basketball, how well will we handle pressure, and I think those have kind of haunted us in our two losses. We've got, we're 1-2 now. I thought tonight was the pressure, as you said earlier, that Althoff put on us, and that bothered us. 19 turnovers. Points off turnovers had to be quite a bit for Althoff, and it's one thing to turn it over, but then it's one thing to turn it over into easy points, and there were several, if you remember right, just turnovers or bad passes they would throw ahead to layups, and then offensive rebounds that led into either a three at some point in the next possession or a putback shot underneath that resulted in points. So all the little things, I think, the dirty work things, is probably what beat the Railers here tonight.
Yeah, and, just like we've said, it's the pressure and, just the strength of our kids, the physicalness of the game. It all came into play tonight, and whenever you turn it over 19 times and give up 26 rebounds, that's not a good formula for a win, but they'll work on it. We're only 3 games in. Nobody said it was going to be easy. We'll just have to rebound and a short turnaround. With that early game tomorrow, 4:45, be a little different feel for the kids, how they prepare for the game. But I'm sure the coaching staff will have them
Yeah, well, and we talked about just getting out hustled too. I think especially in that second half, and the Railers only scored 3 points in the fourth quarter, and you're just not gonna be able to win too many games with the 3 points on the board.
Joining us now is Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, a tough one for the Railers tonight. Just couldn't seem to handle the physicalness and the pressure from Althoff. And when you turn the ball over 19 times, that's 19 less possessions and more opportunities for the other team.
Yeah, they were much quicker than we were. They were quicker to the ball. We didn't come up with any loose balls. And, I couldn't get a rebound. They were very quick, very athletic, and got to the ball. And, tonight they were much better than we were.
Yeah, the stats would show that the Railers should win this one. Coach shot 29% from the field, Althoff 31 from 3. They didn't have a lot of free throws, but the offensive rebounds, I think if you go back to the 19 turnovers the Railers committed, I'd like to see how many points resulted in that, and then offensive rebounds had to result in 6 or 8, 10 points that they got because they didn't shoot it well enough to beat us.
No, and we done some things that uncharacteristic. We had some calls, and we didn't take what the call was, what we were looking for, and we missed a couple layups here and there, and we stopped the back door cut. There's just a lot of things that we didn't do correctly, and but it's the third game of the year, and we'll work on it to get better. And again, as much time as we spent offensively, we look like we're totally lost with when people put this kind of pressure on us. And again, those are things that we can't do in practice. We only get to practice it against teams when we're playing like this, and it's going to be games like this that we're going to be seeing every night.
Well, tough one for the Raiders, and you talk about you can't practice against it. It's game speed, and it's just something that they'll have to get better at. And we'll move on to tomorrow. It'll be a little different feel for you tomorrow, that early game. I'm sure you'll have a little walk around or something in the morning, but I'm sure the coaches will be ready to get these kids prepared to finish this tournament strong.
Yeah, I can't recall when we've lost 2 games in our own tournament, so it's kind of different kind of water for us, but we got to come out and play because Danville's a good basketball team. They're very athletic, just like we saw tonight. And, we got to come to play.
Yeah, Coach, that'll be the tough thing. You'll have to handle pressure again and rebound again. And then just 12 points scored in the second half for the Railers. And, I think as you said, as much as you've said you've worked on offense, our defense has been really, really pretty good. 37 points against that team is another solid effort.
Well, if you hold a team to 37 points, you should be able to win. So, we were trying to run straight lines to get open. They were just much quicker. They were stronger and everything else. And, we got to do a better job. And I know our kids will. They'll come to work, and we'll get better, hopefully overnight.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you right back here tomorrow at 4:45 as the Railers take on the Vikings from Danville.
Okay, thank you.
That's going to do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow at 4:45 as the Railers are at home to take on the Vikings from Danville. Our broadcast will begin with the pregame show starting at 4:15. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Joe Lee Lurcher, cameraman and social media coordinator Lloyd Kirby, and Josh Komnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 35, Belleville Althoff 37. The Railers now stand at 1-2. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. We know you did not enjoy the outcome. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening, our viewers for viewing, and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you to patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Raider basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the station for the Classic Rock Experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School boys basketball. WLCN's coverage of Rail Splitter basketball is sponsored by Bees Landscaping for all your outdoor landscaping projects and needs. Located at 1302 State Route 10 East on the east edge of Lincoln. Call 217-732-4300. Brian Clark State Farm Insurance for home, auto, life, and health insurance needs. See Brian to review a quote, for help understanding your current policy, or to get started on your personal price plan. Stop by the office at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, call 217-732-6211, or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Chase Lowry, your Edward Jones financial advisor, located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office, member SIPC. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent. Call 217-737-7581. Darren Powell State Farm Insurance, located on the square in Mount Pulaski at 114 East Cook Street, offering competitive rates on auto, home, life, and business insurance. Phone 217-792-3371. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and to attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Find them on Facebook or learn more at myfgec.org. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Lincoln Land Communications, located at 1326 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Serving the area since 1986, Lincoln Land Communications provides sales and service for security cameras, two-way radios, commercial phone and sound systems, LED lighting, car stereos, and much more. Call 217-735-5454. Me Realty, locally owned and operated, Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.